All right, good morning. I'm currently hiking up from a little trailhead back there. Parked my car up, following this old fire road all the way into the river. Oh, look at this. Look at the deer. 2 deer. So I'm not alone out here this morning. Which way we're gonna set our headway point? I think it's gonna be that way, but we'll see. I guess honestly, if I just walk down this hill, I'll eventually find the river. It smells so good back here. Wow, this is bringing me back to my early days of trout fishing. Places like this with the moss and the rocks, the birds chirping, the sun coming up, the entire planet warming up. I guess half the planet warming up. And it's an incredible feeling. There's something so rooted in something real. And I get to experience it when I come out here. I'm following this little creek bed down. Wherever you follow water, it will lead you to more water. So that's kind of a good rule of thumb, that you go downhill, you follow a creek, and it's going to lead you to a bigger creek and a bigger creek and eventually the ocean. That's how it works all throughout the world, which is pretty cool. That's why I like rivers, man. They tell a story. If you follow a river, you learn a lot. Yeah, we're going to do some little adventuring through the ferns. Most people don't find themselves doing stuff like this on a daily basis or ever. I feel like sometimes, at one point or another, you need to put yourself in a uncomfortable situation in nature to learn a little bit of something. Veering off the train tracks down this steep mountain slope, and there's actually a little creek down here that I just spotted. So this is where I'm gonna start the adventure off. Woo! Check it out. I didn't catch a trout out of here. I had a couple little fish following me in, and now I find myself at the main Riviera. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Rock hopping up the creek a little bit, traversing it, making my way to the next pool without falling and breaking my arse. Brunch break on the river. Still haven't caught a fish, but amazing to be back at a place like this, and we're definitely gonna catch one soon. Something I definitely learned from these adventures is you have to move on sometimes, and it's really hard because back there, monster fish lost. I like the exploration aspect, and part of exploring is that you're gonna find things, you're gonna miss things, you're gonna lose things, you're gonna only see it once, but really the bigger picture is that the takeaway of each trip is much larger than any of that, any of the things that you're fixated on, aka the fish or whatever you might be after on a given adventure. There's always something that is the prize, whether it's good times, a good view, something is usually expected. That's what the human mind does. But a quote that I came up with recently, or I thought of, I don't even know if it exists, but things are better than we think because there's nothing that we could think of that could be better than what is. And what I mean by that is that the mind has a way of perceiving certain circumstances and situations as good or bad, and what should be or shouldn't be, but in reality, exactly what's going on right now is exactly what's meant to happen. How we perceive something is the only thing that could use some work. Actually, what's going on is pretty dang perfect in its imperfection at all times. Everywhere in life, there's always a way to think of something that could be what you think you want, or the most ideal outcome, the most ideal situation. That's what we gravitate towards, that's what we want. But really, in order to have that, you have to have the other side, or the shittier circumstances, to contrast that and allow that to be a ideal situation. Otherwise, everything would be the same, and you wouldn't even have an ideal situation because you wouldn't know what that is. That's my little riverly wisdom for right now, and I'm gonna fish these next 2 pools and make my way upstream and maybe catch a big fish somewhere. We'll see. Got him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. What? I lost that one. I'm so stoked though. And what we do have the ability to do is not lie to ourselves and be happy when we shouldn't be. But as human beings, we have the ability to take things as they come, exactly how they are, and view them in whatever way we choose. So it's not necessarily hyping yourself up and faking yourself out that something is good when it's not. That's not what I'm saying. Is that you might be able to actually find something, some kind of happiness or some kind of excitement in moments that you wouldn't have been able to find otherwise. And that's an art that is always being refined. A wholly good pool. Totally good pool. Each time on a given trip, I'm refining my mentality on everything. That's what these adventures do for me. It gives me an outlook on not only fishing and this trip, but on life, that I can kind of like make sense of things. It's an art form for me. It's like I come out here and a lot of things click, a lot of pieces of puzzle sort of come together just naturally. And like I was saying the whole time, being out in nature, it reflects that kind of energy at all times. You can't be in a place like this with everything coexisting and interacting in harmony and not be connecting with that as well. And oh wow, you know, it's a crazy thought about your shadow, which I think it's already been said, but something I always think of when I'm walking is that you can never catch up to your shadow. It's something that's always going to be in the exact alignment with however far you walk, however far you run. It's a metaphor for life. It's like no matter how much you try to run away from everything, run away from yourself, run away from, you know, make these changes, you're always going to be brought right back to yourself. No matter how many footsteps I take, I'll never be able to get there before my shadow goes with me. I'm gonna keep on exploring upstream. Do not ask me how, because I have no idea, but I still haven't landed a fish. I've lost multiple big ones right here, upstream at another spot, and then one more spot from there. Got him. That's a nice trout. Whoa! Whoa! He almost jumped up onto the rock. I landed a fish. If I catch a 20-pound brown up here, don't be too surprised. All right, so here we are. The final 10 minutes of fishing. All right, last cast. Ow. Just hooked myself in the head. So currently I have a hook in my head and I'm retying to try to catch a brown trout because I don't know if I can get this thing out right now. And I'm like, I have limited time to fish under here before this is a send, my friends. Oh, dude. It's in there, man. All right, 5 more casts and we're out of here. I'm leaving the spot. Checking out of this one today, thinking to myself, do I have a hook in my head? I don't even know. It might have snapped off in my head still, so I'm gonna check out of this one and get on to the next send of the day, which is gonna be some pike fishing. So thank you for tuning into this one. Hope you got something out of it. Hope it inspires you to get out there on your own sends. Watch out for things that are gonna stab you, either hooks or pricker bushes, and try not to hook yourself in the head. Try to keep a good outlook on things and enjoy everything if you can. So I'll see you guys in the next one, but until next time, keep on getting out there, keep on promoting positivity of fishing, whatever you're doing in life. Still searching for that hook in my head, and keep on sending it. Oh, I think it's still in there. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. No matter what, no matter where you are, I'll see you guys out there. Sky Life out.